Hi all, good morning. Uh, so today I have planned to start. We have uh, 1 minute. I think recursive CTE I have covered for the weekday batch.
No,
Recursive CTE I am not covered.
yes,
No.
Just a minute. No, I'm telling for the weekday batch. We have weekday batch student as well here. Anyone from the weekday batch here?
Yes, Tanvir, I am.
yes, Tanvir.
So have I covered for you guys?
No. Yes. DDL and Pivot and recursive CTE also pending.
Okay. I think 1 minute. Correct me, guys. These topics are pending, right?
Yes.
Am I correct, everyone?
Yes,
Okay, fine. Let me start with recursive CTE. Then I will move to pivot function. Then all these are simple topics. These two are important: recursive CTE and pivot. Okay. I think the session is getting recorded. Yes. And both are little bit complicated. So let's try to understand. Fine. I will start now. Let me take some example of recursive CTE. And just this example. Okay, so we will start with recursive CTE. Recursive CTE is very rarely used, and very rarely you will get question in the interview. But nowadays, the interviewers are asking questions on this. So I thought of covering it. But practical use case are very limited. But it is very useful. If you will understand this, then many complicated questions you can solve very easily. Okay. Fine, guys. Shall we start?
Yes,
Yes,
Tanvir.
Tanvir.
Hope my voice is audible and the screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay. In the beginning, like when I will explain you might means you'll think that what is this? What is the use case? Where I can use this? You will think all those things. But I will suggest you guys to just listen, okay? And then I will show you some. I will share some assignments that will be more clear. So first of all, try to understand what I am telling, the definition of it, okay? Because this is actually a little bit complicated to understand. Okay. So here you have a customers table, and intentionally I have only one record. Okay. I will create I will prepare for other batches as well. Okay, don't worry, I will share in your group. Today's 29th July. This font is not getting changed by default. Every time manually I have to change it.
You cannot change because it's already set.
But there will be option, no, to reset it. Anyway, I will do some research on that. So this is the customers table, and I have customer ID and customer name. Intentionally, I've taken only one record. Then I will show you with 2 records, 3 records, and all of the records. Okay. Now, right here with CT1 as ID. I have written some code. Okay. We'll discuss this what it is. Do you think little bit it is similar to CT what we have studied?
Yes.
Yes. You might be thinking I have written here CT1. So I have already explained this. You can write anything here. You remember? You can write your name as well. You can write anything. So I have a habit of writing CT1, CT2. Okay. So let me execute this query. Let me execute this query. And this is the output. You try to understand the meaning of this. This is the output. Okay, let's try to understand. First of all, in this query, what will happen? Engine will execute this line, line number 10. Select customer ID from customers. Okay. So when engine will execute this, the output will be customer ID 1. This will be the output. So when I have executed this query, this is the output, right? So now what will happen? This CT1 is a temporary table, correct? You all know. So this value which you have derived, customer ID, this will be saved in this parameter ID. So in this CT1 tables, you have a column ID. If I'm writing this in bracket, it means in CT1 table, I want one column which is ID. And this one which you have derived from this query, that will be saved here. So after the execution of this line in CT1, in the ID column, you will get ID value 1. Is this clear? So I mean that whatever will be the output of this query, that will be saved in this CT1, in this ID column. If this customers table has 1 million record, so all the 1 million records will be saved in CT1 in ID column. Any questions so far?
No.
So far clear to everyone?
Yes, Tanvir.
Now after this, I have written union all. So keep it on hold for some time. Then I will explain what is the use case of this. Okay. Then coming to the next query. Now this query is known as anchor query. Why this is known as anchor query? Because you know in any program, there will be an anchor who will initiate the program, right? He will introduce the guest and all those things. This query is known as recursive query. Okay. In this query, the execution will start from here. Not in this query, in any typical query, you all know, right? The execution starts from, right? From CT1. From CT1. So which table you are referring? This table?
Yes.
So this recursive query is referring this table, right?
Yes.
Okay. After from which keyword you will execute?
Where?
Where we all know where acts as a filter. In where the condition is ID less than 3. Is this ID less than 3?
Yes.
Okay. So you all know that in the if the condition in where clause is true or pass, then select is executed. If the condition in where is not pass, then select will not execute. You all know this, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
The basic SQL format, you all know, right?
Hmm.
So here the condition is true. So engine will execute the select ID plus 1. So what is the meaning of select ID plus 1? It means increment the current value of ID by 1. So then what will be the new value of ID?
2.
2. So now the new value of ID 2, that will be again saved in this ID. So now in this CT1, the new value of ID will be 2. Is this clear?
Yes.
So far clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay, now listen very carefully. This recursive query I have executed now, right? Okay. What is the name of this CT?
CT1.
CT1, right? Within this CT1, I am calling CT1. So here I am creating this CT, and within this CT, I am calling this CT. I am using it. It is like you are constructing a house, okay? And then you are staying there. So generally, what we do once the construction is over, then we go and stay, right? But here we are constructing, and during the construction phase, we are staying. That is what happening here. In all the previous CT, whatever I have taught you, you will see like I have done something like this, like with CT1 as, and then here I will write some query. Suppose select a star from employee where ID is less than 10 or something like this query I will write. And then here I will tell select a star from CT1, correct? If you remember all the previous examples of CT which I have explained, I have never used this CT which I am preparing within this same CT. I have never used that. So here, this is the first time it is happening that you are calling this CT1 within the same CT1. Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
A function
So
is
that-
calling itself.
Sorry.
It's just, it's kind of a function is calling itself, you know.
It is calling itself. So again, it will call CT1. So you have
Yeah.
executed this query. So again, it will execute the same query second time. So again, it will start with from CT1. So now in CT1, what you have?
2.
1 and 2 both.
Mm.
Yes.
Because 1 was the output of this query, anchor query. 2 you have derived from the recursive query. Now, what is the meaning of union all?
Combine two.
Combine both.
Combine both of them, whether duplicate is there or not, right?
Mm.
That is the meaning of union all, no? You all know, right?
Yes.
So that is why in CT1, now you will be having both ID 1 and 2. Okay. Shall I proceed further if it is clear so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now engine will execute this query again from CT1. So now in this CT1, this is the data 1 and 2. And now here the condition is ID less than. So do you think ID is less than 3?
Yes.
Yes.
Now hold on. Listen carefully. In this CT1, you have 2 records, 1 and 2. ID 1 and 2. Which one is the current record?
Two.
Current is 2. Why I'm telling current? Because this is the record which you have derived currently. This was derived in the anchor query. But this is the current latest or fresh record. So now this condition ID less than 3. This has to be tested on the current record, not on the previous record. So suppose if it is 4. Suppose, I'm telling suppose, if it is 4, then this condition will be failed. Because you have to check this condition on ID 4. Is 4 less than 3? No.
No.
Here now you cannot argue that with this 1 is less than 3. No, I totally agree. 1 is less than 3. But is this one the current record?
No.
No, this is not the current record. So you have to check on the current record. So here 2 is the current record. Is 2 less than 3?
Yes.
Yes.
2 is less than 3. So this condition is true. So engine will go to the select clause. If ID plus 1, it means on the current value of ID, it will increment it by 1. So you will get 2 plus 1, 3. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, what is the current value of ID in this CT1?
Three.
Good. Now, 3 is the current value. 2 is no more a current value. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
And if I am telling you that in CT1, I'll be having value 1, 2, 3, all the records. It is because of which keyword? Union all.
Union.
No.
Got it?
No.
So now again, engine will execute the same query. And this is the reason it is known as recursive query. So again, from CT1. So now in CT1, you have this record, right? Where ID less than 3. Do you think ID is less than 3?
No. False.
ID is less than 3, yes or no?
No.
No.
No, but this 2 is less than 3, no?
But the
Current
is
current,
less
record is
than
but the
3.
current record.
sorry.
We
Current
are
ID
just
3.
current ID is 3.
The current value is 3. So now we will check for the current value. So 3 is not less than 3. So this condition failed here. Got it? So if the condition is failed, then engine will exit this and it will come outside. And then engine will execute this query. Select ID from CTE1. Then CTE1, what all IDs you have? 1, 2, 3. That's why the output is 1, 2, and 3. The special thing about this query is the same query is getting repeated again and again, again and again, again and again. So this is the first time you will see in the entire SQL whatever I have taught you so far. The same query is getting executed again and again, again and again, until and unless this condition is true.
Yeah.
Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this
Now-
very similar to while loop?
Yeah, this is similar to loop only. You're right.
Hmm. But the system is it calls itself.
It is calling this, and this is happening. Hold on 1 minute. But I cannot tell that this is exactly same as while loop. Okay, because it has multiple other conditions. In while loop, it will go within the loop. It can evaluate some condition. It can perform some action, right? But that feature you don't have here. Okay. Now here, why this query is getting executed repeatedly? What is the reason?
Because the same CTE1 name.
Yes, because it is calling the same city which you are creating here. That is the reason. Are you understanding? That is the reason it is repeating it until and unless this condition is true. Hope it is clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It's
Now
very much similar to a recursive function.
yeah. Now I have a question. I have written here ID less than 3. Then how I got 3 as well in the output?
Because the ID
Because the
Because-
initial ID is increment by 1. That's why we got the ID
Yeah,
plus 1. Now before 3, the ID is 2. So 2 is
Good.
increment by 1.
Yes, in the previous loop, this 2 was incremented by 1, and that is why it is 3. And this was saved in this CT1. So this proves that whatever you are deriving here, it will be saved in this ID column. And that is why, as a result, you are getting this in the output. And the next iteration, when you will check, it is getting failed. But already this 3 has been saved in this CT1, right? Is this clear?
yes.
Yes.
Amit, could you please repeat one more time so we can tell?
Sure. I will repeat it. Not an issue. Let me delete this one. Even if you have understood, guys, I will request everyone to listen again. Maybe you will learn something new. I know this was a little confusing. Okay, let's start.
Sir, before that, I
Ah.
have one question. Why you are
Ah.
write the ID in bracket with the city line? It is necessary to write.
Yes, it is necessary. This is the placeholder. Means whatever you will be getting from this query, or when you are incrementing this has to be saved somewhere, no? So
Mhm.
that is why within CT1 I have given this ID. I'm keeping it as a placeholder that this will
And
save the values, whatever you're getting from here.
It was Oracle specific.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Or if someone is asking question.
Yeah, it was Oracle specific, sir. I haven't seen in.
No, it is not Oracle specific. This is applicable in other databases as well.
It's kind of a variable, huh?
You can tell this is a kind of variable. Okay. Shall I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will repeat this. Okay, not an issue. So first of all, engine will execute this anchor query. This is very simple, nothing special here. So whatever you will write here, engine will execute. And if I will execute this, this will be the output. And this output will be saved in this CTE1 ID column. So after the execution of anchor query in this CTE1 ID column, you will be having value 1. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
So far clear, guys?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I just told that after the execution of anchor query, whatever the output, that will be saved in this CTE1. That's all, nothing else. This is clear, right? Okay. Then after this, engine will execute the recursive query, this one. Okay. And the execution of this is very similar to any normal query. It will start with from clause, from CTE1. So currently in CTE1, you have ID1, right? Then it will check this condition where ID less than 3. So do you think this 1 is less than 3?
Yes.
Yes, 1 is less than 3. The condition is true. And you all know in any typical SQL query, if where clause condition is true, you will go to select clause, right? In select, you have written ID plus 1. It means whatever the value of ID is, you want to add 1 to that. So the new value of ID will be 1 plus 1, 2, right? Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
This is clear to everyone so far.
Yes.
So that is why ID plus 1 will be saved in this CT1 and ID column. The CT1 ID column, you will get the value 2. Okay. Now, here this query is calling this CT1. So again, this query will be executed. So same activity it will repeat from CT1. So now what you have in CT1? ID 1 and 2. Then the condition is where ID less than 3. So here you have to be alert. Here this condition ID less than 3. Now you have to test this condition on the current record of this CT1. What is the current record? Which one? 2. Right? This is the current record. So now this condition you have to check on the current record. 2. So is 2 less than 3?
Yes.
Yes. So this 2 is less than 3. This condition is true. Then engine will execute again. Select ID plus 1. So what will be the new value of ID plus 1?
3.
3. So now what is the current value here?
3.
So now 3 is the current value. Hope it is clear so far. Hope it is
Yes,
clear.
it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Now again engine will execute the same query from CT1. Now this is CT1. ID less than 3. So which value you will test here? Which ID?
ID 3.
The current ID. So the current ID is 3. So is 3 less than 3?
No.
The condition has failed here. So once the condition is failed, engine will exit this and it will come outside here. So now here you are telling to display ID from CT1. So CT1, the IDs are 1, 2, and 3. So finally, engine will display all the IDs which this anchor query and this recursive query together has saved in this CT1. And that's why the output will be 1, 2, and 3. Is this clear?
Yes.
Any question so far?
I have a question.
No.
In the where
Mhm.
condition you have mentioned less than 3. Is it
Yes.
randomly I have to select or we need to
No.
any number?
This is randomly I have selected, but here you have to use as per your business requirement.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, as per this is just randomly to teach you to explain, I've written less than 3, but here the where condition will be as per your business requirement. Because here my main intention is to explain you that what is recursive CTE, how it works, internally what is happening. Okay. But here you have to use as per the business requirement. Okay. Even here in recursive query, you can use joins and all those things. We'll see. Okay. Any other question?
We have to use like union all the time, or
You have to always use union all. If you will use union, it will throw error message. Let me show you this. Okay. But it's clear.
Why it was showing error message, sir?
Ubaid, is this clear to you first of all? Yes
Yes.
or no?
yes.
Okay. Next question. Next, who is asking? Someone is asking question.
Yeah. Why it was throwing error if you are using any?
Because the reason is there are two reasons for this. Okay. The first reason is here this recursive CT have to show you the output of both the queries, this as well as this. So if you will use union, so what it will do? Just go on mute, guys. So what it will do? It will remove the duplicate, right? But here you have to get all the records from both the queries. So that is why you have to use union all. And the second reason is which one has good performance? Union or union all?
Union all.
Union all.
Union all has good performance because in union at the back end, your engine is performing distinct operation as well. So that is an additional task. That is why union is not good from performance as compared to union all. Now, one thing I want to tell you, don't think that if I'm telling a particular keyword is not good from performance, so I'm telling not to use that. No. You have to use it as per the business requirement. If it is required, you have to use. I have told earlier as well, the business requirement holds top priority. You cannot sacrifice requirement to get some good performance. No. Are you getting the point? Suppose your client has told you to add 10 features in an app and the app is slow. So it doesn't mean you will remove 4 or 5 features. No, you have to think some turnaround, right? Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now, see, this has many things to discuss. I will go one by one. Now the question is, maybe suppose someone from you has challenged. No, Tanvir, prove it. How you can tell that this condition where ID less than 3, it is always evaluated on the current report. How you can prove it? Are you getting my question?
Yes.
Suppose your
Yes.
interviewer asks you that, suppose you are explaining this to your interviewer. An interviewer asks you that no, I don't believe it will check this condition on the latest record. How you can prove it, right? So in that case, what will happen? Let's try to understand. First of all, engine will execute this query. The output will be 1, right? Now then engine will execute the recursive query from CTE1. So this is CTE1. Currently you have ID 1. Where ID less than 3. So 1 is less than 3, that is right. So we will increment ID plus 1. So now the current value of ID will be 2, right? Okay. Now this recursive query will be executed again. Correct? No? Correct? No?
Yes.
So when you will execute this again, so now ID less than 3. So suppose let's assume that it will check this condition for both the records. Okay. So is 1 less than 3? Yes.
True.
And 2 is also less than 3. So it is fine for both the conditions. So we will increment it, ID plus 1, it will become 3, right? Okay. Now this will be executed again. ID less than 3. So is 1 less than 3? Right?
Yes.
It is true. 2 is also less than 3. 3 is less than 3. No, this is false, but for this 2 condition is true. So again, it will increment this. It will become 3 plus 1, 4, right? Again, engine will check this condition, ID less than 3. Yes, 1 is less than 3, 2 is less than 3. So for 2 records, condition is passed. So again, it will increment, you will get 5. Are you understanding? Do you think this loop will stop at any point of time?
No.
It will not stop. If you are checking this on the previous values, it will never stop because for these 2 records, always this condition will be true. And it will keep on incrementing. You will reach infinite loop. So that is the reason
Hello.
it evaluates only on the current record. Hope it
Hello.
is clear. Yeah.
When it will be executed again and again for the first 2 records, that time the value of ID is 1. So the increment should be 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4. That like, so why are you incrementing 4, 5?
No, that is what I'm telling. No, this condition will be false. Even if you're incrementing 2 to 4 or 3 to 5, and it is checking the previous value, this will be always true, right? And this will
Yes.
keep on incrementing. And this will reach an infinite loop, which is not possible. So this assumption is incorrect. So it means this should always check on the current record only. Is this clear?
Yes.
Any other
What will be
question?
happen? What will be the happen when the customer ID column have the two or more values?
I will come to that. That is the next topic. So far, is this clear?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's proceed further. Now suppose customer ID है, यहाँ ID है. Nothing. Now listen very carefully. If I will write here ID1 and if I will execute this query, then what will happen? Is my question clear?
Yes.
Yes.
If I will write here ID1 and if I'm executing this query, then what will be the output?
Error.
It will throw error message.
It will
Errors.
throw
It
error
will throw
message.
error.
Simple. Because you are asking ID1 from CT1. In CT1, you don't have ID1. It will throw error message. Simple, right? Just throwing error message, right? Okay. So I will write here ID1 now. Now what do you think?
It will give the same output.
Okay, same
Executed
output.
1, 2, 3.
You will get the same output 1, 2, 3, right?
I don't think so.
It will
Why?
give the
Because the placeholder is ID in the code, and we are just telling the query ID1. It's the difference, like ID1 and ID. And the select query should be same. Just to
Which line
execute.
number you're telling?
Number 12.
Number 12. Okay, good.
It
This
should.
will throw
Yes.
error message. Good analysis, Vivek.
Hmm.
It is throwing error message. See why? Here, this query line number 12, it is referring which table?
CTE1 table.
CT1 table. In this CT1 table, you are checking ID column. Do you have ID column in CT1 table?
No.
No.
Understood?
Yeah.
Now, if I will give this ID1, I'll check the output. Yeah. It's still throwing error message. Why?
Because
It
when the
is ID
condition
plus 1.
ID plus 1,
Equals to
we don't have
ID1
ID.
plus 1.
Hope it is clear now.
Yeah.
Got the same output. So why I have explained this to prove this flow, what I've explained you here, that this will be saved here and this will this output of this will be saved here, and this query is calling this CT1. So intentionally I have given the different name when this was not ID1, it was throwing error message. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's
Oh.
clear.
But I have a question. Here, this anchor query, I don't have ID1. No, this is not ID1. Then how this was executed successfully?
because it is getting the
customer
data from
stable.
customers.
Hmm.
What will,
Because here this query is getting data from customers table and it is feeding to CT1, right? This line number 10 is feeding to CT1. And that is why in ID1 you will get 1. But here line number 12, it is feeding this value to CT1. But before that, it has to cross verify this condition. So that is why here in line number 10, it is not necessary that the column which you are using here, that should be same as this column. Is this clear?
yes.
You see, you have to understand each and every nut and bolt. Okay, generally candidates, they fail here. They think that this should be same as this should be same as this, it should be same as this, it should be same as this. No, you should know how this query is getting executed internally. From which query data is going getting saved in which table, who is calling which table, what is the current record, why it is getting evaluated only on the current record, and all this stuff. Is this clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Can I proceed further?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Now, in this customers table, I have kept only one record, right? Only customer ID 1 was there. And I told you that intentionally I'm keeping only one record to keep the thing simple. Now the question is, what if we have 2 records or more than that? Okay. So here, I will try to insert one more record too. And suppose this is Yusuf. So now in the customers table, you have two records.
Yes.
Okay. Now we will try to understand the behavior of this recursive CTE when this query will give two records as an output. Okay. But nothing new you will observe here. Whatever I have taught so far, it will follow the same concept, same rule. Okay. Let me show you that. So it's the query. And this is your outputs. Let's try to understand this. First of all, this query will be executed, right? What will be the output of this query?
1 and
1
2.
and 2.
Hope this is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Then engine will execute this query, right? From CT1. From CT1 means this table. Okay. Filter condition is ID1 less than 3. So it will check on this record or both the records.
First record,
Why not second?
because it's 1 by 1.
One by one, I agree. But it will check for both the records, no?
Yes.
So once
Yes.
it will finish the first record, then it will, start begin with the second one.
Yeah. So 1 is less than 3.
Yes.
So condition is true. So this will be incremented by 1. So you will get 2. Right? Then engine will check for this 2. 2 is less than 3.
Yes.
This is also true. So this will be incremented by 3.
Yes.
So this recursive query will give you the output 2 and 3 both.
Yes.
Now it is union all.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what will happen?
Yes.
In
Duplicate record.
CT1, you will get both 2 and 3 here.
Hmm.
Yes.
Now can I tell that this 2 and 3 is the latest record in this CT1?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Then engine will again execute this CT1, this recursive query from CT1,
Yes.
Yeah.
where ID1 less than 3. Now this condition ID1 less than 3, you will check on which record, on both these records,
Yes.
Yes,
and
both.
check.
because they both are latest record.
Yes.
ID2 less than 3, is this true?
Yes.
Yes.
So this will be incremented by 1 ID plus 1. If you get 3 here,
Yes.
is this condition true?
False.
3 is
No.
less than 3, it is false.
Hmm.
So you will not get any output.
Yeah.
Now this is the record you derive from this, so you will keep it here, right?
Yes.
Now here, if I will tell you that this 3 is the latest record, will you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Now do you think engine will execute this again?
No.
Yes.
It will execute by fail.
Sorry?
Yes. It will be executed when until the output not
Is
0.
false.
This will be considered
Previous-
but it will fail, like while
Pre-
checking the condition.
My question is this again engine will execute this or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
because the previous
No.
condition. Hold on. For the previous condition, you checked for 2 and 3. For 2, the condition was true, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
For 3, it was false. At least for 1, it was true. So you incremented this. So again, engine will execute this query. And now it will check ID 1 less than 3. Now this is the latest record. Do you think this 3 is less than 3? False.
No.
No.
False. So it will exit this. It will come outside here. Now ID 1 from CTE1. In CTE1, what all IDs you have? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Engine will display this. Is this same as this, your engine output?
Yes.
Yes.
Have I taught anything new here when you have 2 records?
No.
Nothing new. Same thing I repeated. So similarly, if you have 3 records, can you solve this? If you have 4
Yes.
records, if you have millions of records, hope it is clear. So just one concept you have to remember, that this recursive query works on the current record, fresh record. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Here we are considering like 1 and 2 will be ordered in the ascending order. What if it 2 is on the top and 1 is in the below? In that scenario,
2 is, you are telling like here, if 2 is here and 1 is here,
yeah.
same thing will happen. Same thing will happen. If you want, let me explain you that. Same thing will happen. If it is 2 here or 1 is here, so first of all, it will check the condition. 2 is less than 3. It is true, right? So it will increment it to get 3, right? 1 is less than 3. It is true. You will get 2 here, correct? Is this clear, Ubaid?
Yes.
Okay. Then these 2 values will be added here, right? Now this is the current record. So again, engine will check for 3. Is 3 less than 3? No, this is false. Is 2 less than 3? Yes, it is true. So this will be incremented by 1. You will get 3 here, right? Now this 3 will be saved here. Now this is not the latest record. This is the latest record. Now engine will check for this 3. 3 less than 3? No, false. So if it is false, engine will break this loop, it will come outside. Select ID1 from CT1. So you have this value 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Hope
Got
it is clear, Ruben?
Yes.
Okay. Any other question?
I have one question, like
Yes.
record 1 and 2. There are 2 records, and the first record is tested like it's 1 and it's incremented to 2. And this is incremented to 2, so it's not this incremented value is not tested again.
Well, maybe I'm not understood your question.
Hmm.
One minute. Let's start from beginning. In CT1, ID1, you have initially 1 and 2. Now you tell me what you're asking.
1 is incremented to 2.
1 minute. This condition is true. 1 is incremented to 2. You're right.
What happens
Then
to this 2 is not tested again?
this one.
Yeah.
It will become the latest record and you are keeping it here, right? So for the next iteration, you are testing on this only, no?
Okay. All right.
Here for the next iteration, we have tested on this only, right?
Yeah,
Then it
got
was incremented to 3.
Okay.
Okay, any other question?
No, all
Okay,
good.
I have a question. Now I know this is a little bit confusing and complicated, but sometimes this can be a game changer in your interview process. So, and very few candidates, they know this recursive city. For many of them, it is they don't know what is recursive city. So in your interview, you can get an edge here. Okay, this is not that much complex. Just a step by step, you have to understand. It's a pure logical thing, right? Now, my question is, I have written here ID +1. So is it mandatory that in the recursive city, always you have to write +1 only?
No, Tanvir.
No,
No.
It's not mandatory. Your wish, you make it +2, you make it +100, you make it -1, you multiply whatever you want to do, sir. There's no restriction. Okay, just for the to keep it simple, I have written +1. Okay. Shall I ask one more question?
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
I'm showing one scenario. You guys have to think carefully and then answer. Okay. Don't be in a hurry. I'm changing the condition to this. What will be the output?
infinite.
Where has told infinite. Any other thought?
Yes. Infinity तक it will be executed again and again, again and again.
Satish is also telling it will go in infinite loop. Any other thought? Ubaid, what do you think?
I think it would give error.
Aniket is telling it will give error. Why, Aniket, do you think it will give error?
Not very sure, but like sometimes when we have an infinite loop like this, some programs do give error like that.
Right. In some languages it happens, you're right. Okay. Any other thought, Mr. Ubaid? What is your thought?
Depends upon the data. If we are having anything lesser than 0 or
Data is in front of you. This is the data 1 and 2 you have.
so it will go for infinite loop.
Infinite loop. Any other thought, anyone?
Vardhan, yeah, it will
Error.
run and it will go till 100 because the recursive city executes first time 100 times. After
Oh.
that, it will throw error.
It will be
Oh,
in
okay. Okay. Okay, fine. So you all understood, no, how this will be executed? Shall I tell that?
It's
Yes,
all
yes,
good.
yes, it's understood.
Anyway, let's discuss it and get it revised. This is the query. Select customer ID from customers. So you will get ID 1 and 2. So here you will get 2 reports in CT1 ID 1 and 2. So then your engine will check this condition. From CT1 will be executed first. So from CT1 means this is the CT1. Then here you have written where ID1 greater than 0. So where ID1 greater than 0 means this is ID1 now. Is this greater than 0? Yes. So ID1 plus 1 will get 2 here. Is this greater than 0? Yes. So ID1 plus 1 you will get 3 here. So now this 2 and 3 will be added here. Correct? Now this is the current record. Now again engine will execute this. Is 2 greater than 0? Yes. It will be incremented by 1. You will get 3 here. Is 3 greater than 0? Yes. It will be incremented by 1. You will get 4 here. So now this 3 and 4, right? Now this is the latest record. Now do you think this 3 is greater than 0? Yes. It will be incremented by 1, 4. 4 is greater than 0. Yes. If you increment by 1, you will get 5. And this is the latest record. So it will keep on running.
Yes,
Is this clear? So this loop will keep on running, guys.
yeah,
Yes.
So this will go in infinite loop, right?
yes.
Check the output. you will get the values 51 more rows to exist. Okay, so then it will show you. Let me run it again. So this is going in infinite loop. That is why it is showing you all the values. Okay, there are a few more rows to exist. So it has read that infinite loop will keep on incrementing. And sometime it will throw error message that recursive cycle has reached, something like that. Hope this is clear. So be careful before using this recursive CT. Use appropriate conditions here. Any question?
No.
Now I will share a few assignment questions today and try to work on it. Then it will be more clear. But this is the concept in any recursive CT. That's all. Now I will start. This is the next topic. Level watermark pivot. Let me start pivot, okay? And then I will take all those things. So shall we take a
I have
Oh,
few
yeah.
doubts for in Windows assignment.
Windows 7? Let me complete this. Okay,
Okay.
and then we can discuss that.
Sir, one
Yeah.
more
Time
question.
permits, we'll discuss. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, can we remove IDs with CT which you are using in the line number 9? We'll see. It will throw error. ID 1.
This one.
Yes.
Okay. So this ID one of which I have used there, that is acting as a placeholder. I have told earlier. So if you're not using any placeholder here, so where you will save this value and where this value will be saved, correct? That is why you have to use a placeholder here, which is nothing but a variable.
Okay, if you have multiple columns means I mean, we need to give
If you have multiple columns, you give comma here, and suppose you have some other column, like suppose if you have name, so you have to give here as well, name one or anything, you write. Okay.
Okay.
But the concept, how it will be executed, it will be the same, whatever I've taught you.
Okay.
Okay. So let's take a break for 5 minutes and
Yeah,
we'll be back
so
at 9:10.
then we have one question, right? So for this one,
Yeah.
right, line number 12. So union all will always be there while using the recursive CTE.
Yeah, I have told that someone has asked a question. If I write it as a union, you'll see it will throw error message.
Yes.
It
So
is
that,
mandatory. Union all
okay.
you have to give.
And what
It's
would be the
mandatory.
real-time application, right? Use case for this recursive CTE.
Many use cases are there. So I will share the assignment. Okay. You practice those questions and it will be more clear. And I have posted few questions on my LinkedIn as well based on recursive CTE. Okay, so when you see like this recursive CTE has a benefit, it can create a loop, right? When you want something to repeat. So in that case, you can use this. And I think day before yesterday as well, I posted one question on LinkedIn that was based on recursive CTE. Let me check.
Okay.
Yes,
Let
prime
me
number.
check.
It's about prime number.
Prime number, right. It was based on recursive CTE only. There is that post on activity. See this one. Very interesting question. Write a SQL and Python program to print prime numbers till 10. If you see my solution here, so you see using recursive CTE. I have solved this using recursive CTE. Okay, you can go through this. This is simple. You might be thinking this is complicated, but this is not that much complicated. And why I have shown this example, this was actually a very beautiful concept. In this query, in this solution, you see, I have used till here I have used recursive CTE, right? Then after this here, I have used normal CTE, and within this I have used join. And then I have used here set operator minus. So many the students, candidates, they have this misconception that recursive CT has to be used alone. But that is why I have shown here that no, recursive CT you can use along with normal CT, you can use join, you can use set operators, right? And here you see I'm using recursive CT with correlated query. Again, very good. And this is a good example to understand how you can use recursive CT with correlated query. But you have to go step by step, one by one. You'll understand it.
Okay.
This is using the Python program. A few of you have told me that we can solve it in shortcut as well using Python. I know you can solve it using list comprehension. Many other shortcut ways are also there. But intentionally, I have given this big means example which has a lot of steps, so that even someone is new, you can break it step by step. That what is happening in each and every step, right? Okay, so when you will practice more question, no, it will be clear. But recursive CT, it will take time for you to understand it. Understand it means to apply this in the in your project examples. Before that, you have to practice. Then you will get some good, better understanding. Okay.
Sir, I have questions. Sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Writing a multiple CT in a single CT is not treated as a recursive CT, which you are
No. That is not a recursive CT. You can use normal CT 100 times. That is not a recursive CT. Recursive CT means it is creating loop here. It is calling the same thing again and again within this. That is recursive CT. I can use 10 CTs, one after one, one after one. That is not recursive CT.
Okay, actually in Google they are showing that we are using multiple CT. It is called recursive CT. That's why.
Show me where they have written that. You see, again on Google, nobody is verifying the content, right? In LinkedIn, I can post anything. Anyone is verifying it? No. So that is why I have recommended earlier as well. Before following anyone on LinkedIn or before going through any post, first of all, check whether this is correct or not. Because LinkedIn, nobody is checking your content, right? Whoever wants, they can post. And earlier, many a times I have given my comment on other posts that this is incorrect. Here, this has to be changed and all this. So those are following me for a long time. You might know this.
Most of them are only trying to get attention, like post and the followers, like something.
Many reasons are there. I don't want to comment on it, but just I want to tell before following any content, check whether that is coming from a legitimate user, whether is posting some valid content. Okay, don't follow anyone blindly because actually no one is verifying the content. No, I can post anything. Maybe I cannot tell 100%. Like maybe next time I will post something, and maybe I'm a human being. I will commit some mistake, right? That is possible. So that is why before following any content, check how valid it is. Okay, and that is correct to get the followers. People are posting content, they are reposting and all those things. Okay.
Sir, apart from union, all what are the methods to call recursive CT? I mean,
you have to use only union all here, because you see here this condition you will check on the latest record, right? How you will get latest record? The only way is you have to merge the output of both the queries. And to merge the output, there are two ways, union and union all. So union you cannot use here because it will remove the duplicates, right? So you will, there'll be loss of data. And that is why you have to go with union all. That is the only option left out.
In that case, union recursive CT will be used with union all only, right?
Always you have to use union all only. This is mandatory.
Okay.
I have shown, I have kept only union, and this was throwing error message, right?
Yeah.
And this is mandatory.
Thank
you. Tanvir, I have one question.
Yeah.
There was one scenario where I had to use a recursive CT along with some other CT, not normal CT with a recursive CT, and the
Okay.
flow was the normal CT was coming first. I have to first write the normal CT, and then I have to write this recursive CT, and it was giving me error. And I
Okay.
looked for a lot of solutions, and I just switched the
Mm,
position. So I first wrote the
mm.
recursive CT, and then the normal CT, and then it worked.
Okay. You
In
show me that.
specifically,
Okay. You
okay,
show me that. I will look into that. Okay.
okay.
But you are right. I think I also have experienced that. But please show me that screenshot or something. I
Okay.
will look into.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fine. See, guys, everyone, I'm telling. See, my responsibility is to show you the path. Okay. Now it is your responsibility. Either you work on that or you run on that. Right. So, and this sequel is pure logical thing. Okay. And I've told earlier as well that don't only rely on my lectures. At the same time, please work on the assignment. Then you will get a strong hold. Okay. So any topic, not only recursivity, any topic, you have to practice the assignment questions and make a habit of practicing daily. It is not like once you practice 5 questions and then after 1 week you're solving, then again you will forget many concepts. You have to be in touch with any programming language, not only SQL. And you all know that, right? Any programming language. Unix I used to work during 2019. And now if you will ask, many things I have forgot because I'm not in touch. Right. Shall we proceed further?
Sure.
Hello.
Sure.
Okay. Shall we take a break for 5 to 6 minutes? We'll be back by 9:20. It is 9:14 on my machine now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll be back by 9:20. Okay, I think we should start now. Hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so recursive CT we have discussed. Now let's move to pivot function. Okay. Can you raise your hand? How many of you have used pivot? Maybe in Excel or SQL anyway. Dinesh have used. Only Dinesh has used. Okay, then it means Ankul has used. Okay. Satya have used. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, and just one experience. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Okay, got it. So fine, let me explain this pivot function. And for this, we also Mustafa. Okay. Okay. So this pivot, I don't know like what concept you have in your mind. So anyway, let's discuss it. Okay. Start the pivot function. As per my experience of taking interview and reviewing the code of my peer resources, generally people they refrain from using recursive CT, correlated query, and pivot. These three, very few have a soft corner for these three concepts: recursive CT, pivot, and correlated query. Don't know what is the reason, but people refrain from using these three concepts. Okay. So this two I have covered. Now this is pivot. We will discuss it. Now for this, I will take an example of this student table. This is your student table. And here, hope my voice is audible to everyone and screen is visible.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is student table, and you have seen this table earlier as well. That's why I've taken this table example. Data is very simple. Here we have the student ID, we have name, subject in which they have appeared, and the marks. Okay. Like a student A, he has appeared in physics, he has scored 90, in chemistry, he has scored 95. So similarly, you're getting information for B, for C, and for D. Okay. Now, what is pivot function? We'll try to understand. Here, should I use with the sum marks? Okay, sum marks sufficient. One minute, let me check which example I have here. This is a little bit complicated. Okay. Okay. I will not show this complicated example. Okay, I will simplify this. Sum of mass. Now I'll give this. Let this example. Subject in physics marks. Okay, fine. So this is a sample pivot query example. Okay. So at one instance, it looks very complicated. Okay, it's very simple. We'll try to understand one by one. Or let me student Italian name rectangle. Or let me keep it as star. Wait. Name here, marks here, subject, and chicken. So this is the query. And this is the output. Take your time. I'm not telling to try to understand the query. Just tell me what you understood from this output. I'm not telling to try to understand the query. Ignore the query. Tell me what you understood from this output.
B has scored 80 marks in physics, 85 in chemistry. C has scored 90 marks in physics. He has not appeared in chemistry. Has got 90 marks in physics, and so on.
Here we are separating the physics and chemistry marks.
We are like displaying two rows in a single row.
Okay.
For we can see that for A we have two rows, but like we have combined those two rows in a single row.
Okay, that is also right. Good. Any other count?
Yes, we have summarized the data and changed the orientation of the displaying the data.
Good. Perfect. So it seems that this output, okay, it is not telling any new information. It is just giving the same data, same story it is telling, right? If I'm telling you that B has scored 80 in physics and 85 in chemistry, tell me one thing. Is this information not visible here, or it is not clear here? Right? You can get this information from this data as well, right? But here the thing is, here we have summarized it and we have changed the orientation or the presentation of data. Here you are getting in rows. We have two rows here for B, but here in a single row, we're getting both the information, right? So this rows I have converted in columns. Is this clear?
Yes.
Correct now?
Yes.
For A, if you will check, I have two rows. In first row, it is showing the marks of physics. In second row, it is showing the marks of chemistry. But here, what I have done, this rows I have converted in columns. Correct?
Yes.
So net, this is the task of pivot, to convert rows into columns or to change the orientation or presentation of data. Okay, at a very high level, this is what your pivot function will do. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Right. Now we will try to understand this query, that how it is getting executed. I know you will tell that Tanvir, I can achieve this using other functions. But totally right. You can achieve this using joins and many other ways are there. Let me explain you how using pivot we're getting this output. Okay. So always pivot function, you have to start reading from here. Okay. For subject in PHY physics as PHY, CHES, or just let me write it in the full physics. Okay. Now, you have to read pivot function from here. What is the meaning of this line number 41? The meaning of line number 41 is, I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL, the subject, which is PHY, or the subject, which is CHE, I want that to be represented in two columns. This is the meaning of line number 41. Is this clear? Okay.
Yes.
What is the
Can
meaning
we
of
have-
line number 41?
Can we have look the original table?
Yeah, this is the original table.
Okay.
You have subject physics, you have chemistry in two rows. But if I'm writing this, 1 minute. I'm telling here that the subject, which is PHY, I want that to be displayed as physics, but in one column. The subject, which is CHE, I want that to be displayed as chemistry in another column. So the meaning of line number 39 is, I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL, please display physics and chemistry in two separate columns. This is the only meaning of line number 39. Is this clear?
Yes.
If you're
Subject
not,
is the name of the column.
sorry.
Subject is the name of the column in the last table.
Yeah. This subject is the name of column here. You see, this is
Oh,
clear.
yes.
Got it now?
Yes.
Okay. Here, suppose the requirement is, I don't want to see chemistry marks. Just show me physics. Then remove it. Remove it. Check the output. You're getting only one column for physics. Got it?
Yes.
So this line number 39 meaning is, whatever you want to visualize in columns, you have to write it here. Okay. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I will write this, then what will be the output?
Three columns like
Three
physics,
columns
have-
with null value.
Do you have math in the subject column here in this table?
No.
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 No. Okay. Let's check the output. Are you getting math here? But the values are null.
Yes.
So this proves that this line number 39, the only task of this line number 39 is, whatever you will write here, it will show that in columns. That's all.
Yeah.
Hope it is
So
clear.
line 39 is a for loop.
No, it's not a for loop. No. The syntax, you have to write for here. It is not a for loop. It is nowhere related to loop. I'm just telling that whatever you will give here, it will represent that in columns. That's all. PHY, I'm representing as physics. So you see, for physics, you have one column. CHE data, whatever is there, I'm representing as chemistry. So you have chemistry and one column. Mathematics has another column. Clear?
Yes.
So far is this? Yeah.
If you do not provide anything in the brackets, like, I don't want to rename PHY as physics or CHE as chemistry, whatever it is, then
Alias you don't want. This is what you're telling?
yeah, so we need to give the data what we want to segregate, the categories of the data you're saying.
Category of data, segregate. No. This as which I am showing here.
I'm saying
This
that
was
this PHY, CHE, MATHS. Okay.
This
I
is like
don't,
this
yeah,
category. Yes.
I don't know what can be present into the data inside. Okay. But I know that these are subjects and marks and whatever the data is and in those columns. I just want to see their categories as separate columns only. So, but I need to know the data, right? I need to provide this PHY, CHE and whatever it is.
Provide data. I will come to the data part. I will tell you how we'll provide it.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just telling that whatever you want to be represented in column format, you have to keep it here in for, and you give the column from which you are getting. So I'm telling here in the subject column, if PHY is there, so represent that as a physics. If in subject column you have CH, you see in subject here you have CH, so represent that as a chemistry. If you have maths, represent that as a mathematics. If you don't have, not an issue. This is the meaning of for. I'm not talking 1 minute. I'm not talking about this data. 1 minute. I'm not talking about the value what it has. I'm just telling that whatever you will write here, it will come as a column. Now let me remove this as well. Just a minute. Now check it out. Just tell me one thing. Are you getting this 3 as a column? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's what I'm telling. What is the benefit? I will tell. I will explain after this. Is this clear? Line number 39. No, not clear.
Yeah, it's
Not clear.
converting the rows into columns.
I'm telling in subject column, if you have PHY, represent that as a column. If you have CHE, represent that as a column with the name chemistry. This is alias. If you have maths, represent that as a mathematics. This is the meaning of line number 39. 1 minute. Let me show you one more example. Just a minute. Hold on. Yeah. Tell me the meaning of this. Line number 39 here. What is the meaning of this?
Okay, row, column name. You convert A as a column and B as a B column.
That's all. I'm telling in the name column, if you have the value A, represent that as a in a new column. B, represent that as a B in new column. So you will get 2 columns A and B. Check the output. Do you have 2 columns A and B?
Yes.
I'm not discussing what data it is holding. I'm not talking about that. I'm just telling concentrate on this. What is the meaning of it? Whatever you will write, it will represent that in a column format. That is what I'm telling. Is this clear?
Yes.
This is clear, no? You understood the meaning of this line number 39,
Yes.
this one, right? Okay. Shall I proceed further?
Yes.
Yes.
Nutshell, pivot is just only converting the record into columns.
This is the meaning of line number 39 for. It means whatever I will write here, it will represent that in a column format. It's simple, yeah. No rocket science. What does I'm telling? Whatever is present here, represent that in a column format. That is what.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Fine. Now then line number 38, sum of marks. It means now I am telling that, okay, fine, SQL, you have created this columns, no? Physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So now for each column, I want the total marks. So it means for physics, PHY. So segregate all the PHY. So this is PHY. This is PHY. This is PHY. This is PHY. So then I'm telling I want total marks, sum of marks for PHY, then for CHE, for MATHS. So here it is 90. Here it is 80. 90 plus 80, 170. Then you have 90. 170 plus 90, 260. 260, and then you have 35. It will be 335, right? Got it? So now check the output. Is this 335?
Yes.
Yes.
And similarly for chemistry, wherever it is CHE, it will add it 95 plus 85, 180, 180 plus 90, 270. So it is 270. For this MATHS, do you have any record for this MATHS maths?
No.
There's no record, so that's why it is none. So you understood the meaning from here till here, 38 and 39?
Yes.
So this argument marks
Hmm.
how the engine will understand that.
That I will tell. That I will cover. That I will cover. But this 38 and 39 is clear.
Yes.
If it is not clear, feel free and tell, no, this is not clear. Repeat it. I will repeat that. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this 38 and 39, it is getting data from this line number 34. Okay. Now see, I will remove marks from here. Now I'm executing the same query.
0.
Yeah.
It is
Error.
throwing error message. Why?
I now
Because
understand.
this line number 38 and 39, it is getting feeded from line number 34. The engine is telling Tanvir, where is marks? How I will find the sum? Where is marks? We are not provided from here. So now here, don't think that Tanvir engine knows, no, in a student we have marks. So, but this line number 38 and 39 is not referring your student table. It is referring the columns which you will provide here. Here, are you providing some marks?
No.
No, you're not provided. So it is telling, I don't know what is marks for. So that is why you have to type marks here. Now check the output. You're getting the output. Got it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. If I will remove this subject, then
Then
Yeah,
it
no
will throw error
column.
Then it
message.
will throw error because
why?
it will not find the subject from the parent. Yeah, from here.
39.
In the
Check it out.
39, we don't.
On
This
what basis it will
38
display?
and 38 and 39 is getting data from where?
From 34.
34.
From line number 34. In line number 34, do you have subject?
No.
No.
Then how it will get it? Now this is the misconception. People think that this is getting data from the student table. No, no. That is not getting data from the student table, sir. This is getting data from line number 34. Whatever you will write in select, it will get data from there. So it is getting fed from line number 34, not from the student table. It's a very big misconception. And I have proved it. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
So far, do you want me to repeat anything? Is this clear?
That's all good.
So good, okay. Now I executed this query and this is the output. Now let's revise it. Again, I will miss the timeline today. So first of all, in this query, which line number you will execute or which code you will execute?
For subject.
For subject in this. What is the meaning of this?
In the subject column, if there is a PHY represent as a physics column, CHE
Physics,
represent as chemistry
chemistry,
column, and there is a MATH maths represent as the mathematics.
This is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
So you are getting these 3 columns because of this, right? Okay. If I want to display only physics, can I display that?
Yes.
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 Yeah, so you have to remove this chemistry and mathematics. Okay, fine. Okay. Sum of marks. It means for physics, we have to find the total marks. For chemistry, total marks. For mathematics, total marks, right? Okay. Now this sum of marks, it is getting data from where?
From the
Um,
select clause.
Select clause.
From this one, right? And this subject is getting data from this one. So like this is a child query and this is the parent query. Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
And I have proved it. Okay, you might have realized it. I have shown with the examples as well. So now sum of marks. Now select marks comma subject from student. So what engine will do? Select marks comma subject. So it will copy this to. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Now, first of all, this physics means PHY. So this is PHY, right? This is PHY. This is PHY. This is PHY. So engine will add all these things. 90 plus 80 plus 90 plus 75, which is 335. You can see here.
yes.
It will be 335. Next is chemistry. 95 plus 85 plus 90. 270. It will be 270 here. Then mathematics. Do you have any record for mathematics? No. It will be null. So that is what when I executed this, you got the output here. This is your pivot function. Is this clear? Don't think the story is over. I have few more examples to explain. But so far, is this clear or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Shall I
Yes.
proceed further?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the output. Now, here you are getting the collective output, right? Here it is not clear that which student, how much marks he has scored in physics and chemistry. You are showing the total. That is what I wanted to show you here. That it is not necessary that it will split based on the student. You can get total as well. Okay, first example. Second example. Now suppose the scenario has changed. Okay, and your manager is telling that Tanvir, okay, you are showing this for all the subjects. Please show me the split up student wise. Okay. So what you have to do, just write here name. Now check the output. Are you getting the split up? Are you getting the split up student wise?
Yes.
Yes.
Now try to understand this query. Let me keep it here. First of all, engine will execute this one, right? So here you will get this physics, chemistry, and mathematics, 3 columns, correct? Now, you know that this query is getting fed from here, right? So this is the subject and you have to find sum of marks. If you remember, once upon a time, I was teaching you group by. And then I have told you that in group by, in select, if you will write select, suppose, name and subject, comma, sum of marks from employee table, group by name, comma, subject. So this sum of marks will be derived based on this bucket's name and subject, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So similarly, engine will see here that a user is trying to find marks for each and every subject based on name. That is what you're getting here in the output, right? So it will create here for name and it will find the unique names A, B, C, and D, right? Then it will find the total marks for A in physics. The total marks scored by A in physics is 90. It will display 90 here. Total marks, sum of marks means total marks is scored by A in chemistry. In chemistry, A has scored total 95. It will display 95. For mathematics, you don't have any records, so that's why here the output was done. And similarly for all the other records. Is this clear?
Yes.
Now you might be thinking that Tanvir, I don't think it is adding any value here. So whatever value you have is just representing here, right? Correct now? You might be thinking that Tanvir, you have used sum of marks, no, but I don't think it is anything is getting added here. It is just showing the values, whatever is present, it is reflecting here, correct?
Yes.
So for that, what you have to do, suppose I'm inserting one more record for A. Suppose this is 30. So A physics, how many records you have now?
2.
2 records, right? Now check the output. A physics. How it is 120?
Yeah.
Adding 30.
Adding the total marks scored by A in physics. So A has this one record of physics, 90. It has another record, this is 30. So 90 plus 30, 120. Now tell me, don't you think it is adding up the values?
Yes.
Is this clear, guys?
Yes.
Are you sure, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I will remove name, then what will happen?
It will consolidate
add
it and
subject
provide a
wise.
single line.
Total marks for physics, total marks for
Total marks.
chemistry, total for mathematics, irrespective of any student. Got it?
Yes. No, got it.
Yes.
Now, I have a question. If I will write here a student ID, this is the student ID column, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then now if I will execute, what is the meaning of this query? First of all, tell me.
Segregated on the basis of student ID.
The meaning of this query is we are telling engine to display total marks is scored by each and every student in physics, in chemistry, and mathematics. Now check the output. You have ID 1, 2, 4, and 3. Total marks is scored by ID 1 in physics is 120. In chemistry, it is 95. Similarly, by all the other students in each and every subject. Is this clear?
Yes.
Shall I proceed further?
Yeah. For example, if we want another column like total marks of physics and chemistry, can we do it? Like, can we add physics and chemistry marks for one student ID?
Good use case, and that is a practical use case. But okay, fine. Then we are showing the split up for each and every student, but I want total as well, right? So
Yeah.
for that, then we have another. You have to use another CT, and then you have to join it, right? Or maybe you can use a cumulative sum there, partition by each and every student. Okay, but in the same you cannot do. Are you getting? You have to derive that total marks by each student, and then you have to join with this. I will show you that. Okay. Let me complete this first.
Only pivot can't do it.
No, pivot alone will not do it.
Oh.
Okay. Shall I proceed further?
Yes, Tanvir.
Sir, before
yeah.
that, can we use any aggregate function in front of
Good
sum of marks?
question. Good question. Good question. I have used some here. Okay. I've used some here. Which one you want? Can you tell me some?
Aggregate or maximum.
Okay, maximum marks. Okay. Check the output. Why it is showing only 90 for one physics?
Because student ID1 scored 90 maximum mark in the physics.
Okay, because ID 1 in physics, he has appeared in two times. Once he has scored 90, he has scored 30. So out of 90 and 30, 90 is maximum. That is why you're getting 90 here, right?
Yeah,
Now, if
and
I will
if
give,
we are not using the student ID, then it will be display the maximum between the physics and maximum from chemistry, right?
let me show you that. I will show you that.
Okay.
Let's check for minimum. White is 30. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
removing this student ID now. Now check this value. White is 30.
Was it minimum?
Minimum mark from the
Overall, in physics, this was minimum, and in chemistry, minimum was 85. Maximum. I think it is clear now, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Tanvi, one
Fine.
question.
Hmm.
Can we use ID and name and marks and subject, all four columns? In
Yes, yes. Why not? Why
so
not?
in that case, it will be grouping by ID and name both, like.
It will group by ID and name, but you will get the same output because here ID and name, they're one and the same thing. Because for ID 1, you will get one bucket, and for A, you will get one bucket. So these two combinations will create only one bucket, right? 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D. So you will get the same output. Just you will get one more additional column ID, but output will be the same.
Okay.
Let me write here some.
Okay. So whatever we are using into the pivot, apart from that, whatever columns we have, those will participate in the group by.
Yes. Why it is showing error message? It should work, I'm sure.
ID is
This-
not present in the table. It's a student ID.
Okay, right. I've written this. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Right. This now check the output. Okay. So just a
Okay.
student ID and name, but the values are same. You're getting the total. Okay.
Thank you.
Now I have a question. You guys bombarded me with questions. Now it's my turn. So my question is, we understood the significance of 35, 39, 40. Then why we are using this line number 33? Why this one? I will
Select
take
star
one.
from pivot.
Okay.
Like it is to display the newly created like pivot table.
No, but this has displayed, no.
But
The
it is
select
like
is displaying all those things,
like
right?
it is giving data to the pivot function, but not displaying it.
Good. Perfect. Guys, this select is not for the user. No. This select is feeding to this pivot function. Okay. For to the users, this is displaying the output. Now see, I will write here a student ID. Check the output. 1 minute, spelling is wrong. Are you getting only the student ID?
Yes.
But in line number 35, you have everything. No, it should display everything, right? The student ID, name, marks, subject. Why it is not displaying? Because this is feeding data to this pivot function. Are you understanding? No.
Yes.
Pivot function always needs the like the fading thing from.
Yes. This pivot function don't know what is the student table. He doesn't know this. So this pivot function is totally dependent on this query. So it will get fed from here only. Okay.
Yeah, pivot
And
all comes with this query as well. Always
can you
come.
repeat? Yeah, this is mandatory, sir. If you will not give this, so from where it will get the data? And this pivot function doesn't know your student table or whatever table you're using. Okay, there's a reason for that. We'll discuss it. And this select is for the user perspective. That is why I'm showing. I've written only student ID. It is displaying only a student ID. Now, if I will write here comma name, it will display student ID and name. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now if I will write marks, oh, why it is throwing error message? I'm a bit confused. Or 1 minute, hold on. If I'm writing subject, then again tell me why it is throwing. Let me exit it first. Then again, why it is throwing error message?
Because we actually do not have the subject column. We have physics and chemistry and mathematics.
Good,
You have to
good,
use a
good,
subject in marks both.
good, good.
We have student
Is it-
ID, name, marks,
Now tell
and
me.
physics, chemistry. It will be executed.
Now tell me what you understood from this.
It's showing only
This
physics.
It will display only
right.
physics marks.
This physics is one column, so you have to write this physics column, right? If you want
Yes.
chemistry, you have to write then chemistry. It will show physics and chemistry. Check it, right? If you want mathematics as well, write mathematics. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
This is very interesting and important concept. So this is your pivot function. Hope you understood this. And similarly now, if I have shown you here the student wise physics, chemistry, mathematics. Now you can, okay, first of all, is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, suppose I write one more query here. The name from here, marks from here, subject and ID. Right, fine. Now, try to understand this. I'm giving you 1 or 2 minutes and analyze on your own and tell me what you understood from this. Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. Who will explain this? Oh, what happened? Now, who will explain this one?
It has been transposed.
Transpose that is fine,
First
but
one,
explain me the way how I explained.
engine will be first executed from the for name. Name means the from the parent table if there is a name column, and is if there is a present in the name column, represent as a name A column, and if there is a B, represent is a B column, and C, and so like that. And then sum of the mark means the number of marks scored by the A and B and C. In
Subject
the
wise, right?
subject wise, yes.
Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Getting background noise. Getting background noise. Okay, and I muted everyone. Now, is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now check this presentation of data and this. Does the orientation have changed? No. Here the
Yes.
columns are here the subjects are in columns and the students are in rows. Here the students are in columns, subjects are in rows, right? And hope you understood this query.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now I have a question. If I will remove this subject, then what will be the output? Tell me, guys. If you have understood, you should tell the output.
Like
It will be
total marks scored by A, B, C,
scored
D.
by A, B, C, D.
Good, good, good. Total marks is scored by A, B, C, and D. Let's check it. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes, Kandu.
Okay, so now you can play with this. The main concept you know. Now you can play, you know the significance of this, significance of this, significance of this. So it has three parts. Now this is feeding data to this pivot function, and this is taking data from this, like whatever you want to display. So for the user, this is the select. For this pivot function, this is the select. That's all. This is your pivot. Okay.
And then in join assignment question 9, you have used the word unpivot.
And pivot also. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, fine. Let me explain that. But is this clear pivot function?
Yes.
Yes.
It is 10:08. Will you mind staying in call for the next 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, quickly I will explain and pivot. I think I have that example as well here. Yes. The unpivot is very simple. If you understood pivot, unpivot is opposite of pivot. Okay. Pivot is converting rows into column, right? So what unpivot will do? Columns into rows.
Column into row.
So now suppose we have this input table. Name is already used. Drop it. I will give you assignments and all these things today. So this is the input table. If you remember, like we have solved this question, right? We have solved this question.
List aggregate.
So list aggregate, yes. So now this is the input table. Now these values, address 1, address 2 are in 2 columns. I want to display this in rows. So what I will do, I will run this query. Check the output. Just tell me, is it converted in rows? And when I have solved this using list aggregate function, there I have told you that I will show you this using Unpivot. So this is the example. Ramesh was staying in Bangalore and Chennai. Now same information we are representing in 2 rows, correct? Is this clear?
Yes.
So this unpivot is converting your two columns, address 1 and address 2, into rows. This is address 1 and address 2. Don't you think this is opposite of pivot?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
opposite of pivot.
Now, suppose from this, if you want to get this output, so if you will pivot this, you'll get this output. Okay. But try to understand how it is working. So here again, same thing. Address 1. Address 1 is anything, any variable, okay, which you want to display here. So I'm telling in this address 1, for address 2, in add 1 comma add 2, it means I'm telling first of all keep add 1 and add 2 in this variable address 2, and finally display that as a address 1. Okay. And then here I am displaying ID, name, address 1. So add 1, add 2, whatever is present, it will be stored in this address 1, and that is getting displayed here. Very straightforward. If you are thinking that Tanvir, can you show this as well? Like suppose I have written here, no, address 1 and address 2. If you write your address 2 as well, check it. It will show you add 1 comma add 2. Are you getting this? Add 1 is Bangalore, address 2 is Chennai. Okay. Similarly here, for money, address 1 is Chennai. Right? And address 2 is Bangalore. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Why we are not using select class over top of unpivot as we are using for pivot, right?
Why we are, what, can you repeat your question?
Select class. Actually, we are not using in unpivot, right? Where we are...
that is different because there you have to, they are using aggregate function, right? Here we are not using any aggregate function. So directly you are taking the data and you are representing it. Correct?
Okay.
Are you getting? Here you use the aggregate functions. For that it is getting fed from here.
Okay.
Hope it is clear.
And from where it's getting the add 1, address 1 and address 2 column. Yeah. This one.
This one, this address
Yes,
1 comma
yes,
address 2.
yes.
Here it is getting directly from the main table. That is why you see nowhere I have mentioned add 1, add 2, right? It is getting directly from the main table.
Okay.
Hope it is clear. Yeah.
Yes.
And this address, sorry, 1 minute. This address 2 is a variable to store this add 1 comma add 2. So this values will be stored in this address 2. Now that is what you are displaying in a new column, that is address 1 here separately, each and every records. Yeah, tell me what you're asking.
I'm saying if we use this address 1 as a first value in the select,
you can use it will be displayed first. That's all.
So
let me show that.
Yeah.
You are telling I want to use this first, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And remove the address 2. Yeah, remove the address 2. That's fine.
Address 2, okay. Now check the output. Okay. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Hi, Tanvir. Address 1 is
So this
just
is simple. This is simple in select, like you can shuffle the column names. The sequence will change here. That's all, right? Okay. Yeah. Next question. What you're asking?
So address 1 is just like a variable to hold the value of
it is the variable which you want to display. Suppose you don't like the name address 1. Keep address here. Then keep it like this. Not check the output. Hope it is clear. This is just a user-defined variable, the column which you want to display here. Or you don't want full address. Sorry, you want to display as a full address. Okay, write full address here. This is user-defined. Whatever you want, it will display. It is the opposite of pivot. The columns it is converting in rows. And it is simple because here you are not performing any aggregate, right? That is why it is simpler than pivot function. In pivot, you have to understand because here, this here you have three parts. This is first part. This is second part. This is third part. Okay. That's why here you have to understand who this is getting data from this query, and this is not for the user perspective. This is from the user perspective. I have told here each and every nut and bolt by changing the data, changing the queries and all those things. So it should be clear now, right? Okay. Is that fine, guys?
Yes, Tanvir, just you have told that this can be achieved also through list aggregate function.
This can be achieved using list aggregate as well. I think I have covered that using list. I will share that in your group, okay, in the query. I've covered that using list aggregate as well. First of all,
can we use
one minute. Have I covered list aggregate in your batch, guys?
Yes, yeah, with some delimiter as well, so it will group the
Delimiter, yeah.
data and show in single row. Yeah.
Correct. Same thing. You please try. Take it as a homework. Try it. If it will not work, I will share the query. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Next question. Someone is asking.
Yeah, like I was asking, like, can we use pivot in CTE? And then like I think in one of your LinkedIn posts you have like.
Yeah. Actually, we can use. Yesterday, I posted on LinkedIn. Yes, you can use. Give it a try. You can use that. Okay, this pivot function or whatever I have written, keep this in a CT, and this will work. Okay. Okay. So, do we have any other topic? Which topic is pending? Pivot is covered. Oh, only this two we have covered now. Level, good operation. Let me quickly tell what is level. Okay. Level I will remove from the next batch onwards because this is applicable only on Oracle. So level is very simple. It is like it will generate the sequence, select level from dual, connect by level less than equal to 4. So this will give you the sequence from 1 till 4. You're getting the sequence from 1 till 4, right? If you write less than equal to 5, this will give a sequence from 1 till 5. If you give it here less than equal to 10, this will give you a sequence from 1 till 10. Hope it is clear.
Just it's a row number without using window function, something like.
Correct. Exactly. Okay, but it is not applicable on many database. That is why I recommend don't use level, because if you will answer an interview, maybe the interviewer sometime, it is not necessary that everyone knows everything, right? So maybe you can ask some question in SQL which I don't know. It is possible, right? Because no one can challenge that I know everything. But maybe you are answering using level and your interviewer doesn't know this. Then you'll be in trouble, right? It is why it is used only on Oracle, and I think only on Oracle. But this is the function of level. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Okay, then level is over. Limit, okay, limit I will explain. Limit works on Microsoft SQL Server and top works on Oracle. But because we are working on this free version now, so this will not work here. On the license version, it works. But let me explain with you the for limit actually. I see. This is top. Suppose we have this student table. Okay. And if I will write select top 3 star from the students, so it will give you 3 records. Okay. If I will write top 4 star from a student, it will give you top 4 records. Now suppose if I will write here order by. And again, in an interview, I am sure if you will use limit and top, interviewer will tell you, no, don't use this, because they want to check your logics. Okay. So they will ask you not to use limit or top. Write a order by marks descending. I'm writing top 4. So it will show you top 4 marks the descending order. Check the output. Also
Order by writing two times.
twice I
Two
written
times order time.
sorry. Check the output. So you're getting the values in descending order. Top 4 marks you're getting, no? 95, 90, 90, 90. If you will keep it ascending, it will give you top 4 marks in the ascending order. Ascending order, you're getting top 4. If you want only first, the least marks, you can use least is this. This is a top function. Similarly, your limit works in Oracle. Okay, guys. This CRUD operation is nothing. You have studied this. Any idea what is this?
Create,
Create, update, delete.
That's what. Actually, I don't cover this, but someone on previous batch told me to add this. This is nothing. We have studied this. Create means you're creating table, inserting data. Read is your select statement. You're reading the data. U for update, D for delete. So that is known as CRUD operation. DDL, DML, DCL, TCL. DDL is data definition language. I have told you create, alter, drop, and truncate, right? And when I was teaching you that difference between delete, drop, and truncate, I think I have told this, right?
Yes.
DDL?
Yes.
Right? So DDL means those commands which can play with the structure of your table. And they are create, drop, alter, and truncate. Because this 4, let me write here. But from this, you will never get question. Okay. Simple things. You will never get questions from all those things. Drop and truncate. These all have the power to modify the structure of your table. DML means data manipulation language, the one which can manipulate your data. Okay, manipulating the data means you are inserting data. You're playing with data, right? And then update, it can manipulate data. Then what else? Any idea? Tell me, you all know that. Huh?
Delete.
Delete. So this all can only manipulate data, but they cannot modify the structure, right? And DCL is data control language. So select comes under this. Now there is a confusion. Someone considers select in DML, but DML comes under this DCL language. Okay. And then you have this TCL, transaction control language, like commit, rollback. This comes under TCL. You can get this over net as well. Okay. Fine then, guys. So stop here. And if you have any question, now you start working on the assignments. Okay. And you all are there in the alumni group. You have seen the participants that are active there. They're asking questions. And whenever I'm getting time, I'm also actively participating in that. Now we will start that ad hoc session, 7 to 8 Sunday. I was a bit occupied in many other commitments, but from next week we will start it. Okay, may I have a quick feedback about a course where I have to work, where you find that something is missing, where we need to work more, maybe content, presentation, assignment, any other thing, anyone?
I
Any
think
feedback?
you could have like a 1 day for a case study based SQL questions or like.
Case study. Yes. Okay, fine. We'll plan it. Good suggestion. Then anything else?
We can have a final project at the end of the course, something like that.
Final project. Final project. Actually, in SQL, no. The final project is like, you see, in ETL project, that will make sense because I have to show you end-to-end flow, right? But in SQL, if you're using project or anything, ultimately you'll be using the queries what I have shown you. Okay. So we thought of this earlier as well, but ultimately in project as well, we're using the same query, the same requirement will be there. But fine, we will try if we can implement something.
Because I
Thanks,
think in
Zubair, for the
SQL,
suggestion.
like case study would be equivalent to a project. Because like we are not creating a pipeline.
Yeah, they can consider that as well as mini project. Okay. Okay. So fine.
Tomorrow is the last class, or today is the last class?
Today last, I think we have covered everything. Now, if you work on assignment, if you're getting stuck anywhere, you let me know. We'll discuss the question because that is a continuous process. Okay. It is not like
Can we touch with your private account, like WhatsApp account number?
Yeah. Many of you are connecting on my personal account. They're asking questions whenever I'm getting time. I'm replying.
No, I'm
That
just
is fine.
saying after the finishing of this course. That's what I want to say.
Yes. You can drop a message if you're getting stuck anywhere. Okay. Either you can connect on the alumni group. Okay.
Can we have a test something like 2 and 3 hour where we are?
I'm conducting hackathon. I posted in the alumni group, right?
Okay.
So please participate in that. Okay,
Yes.
earlier as well we have conducted hackathons. I'm getting some background noise. Tariq, I think you're trying to speak, but I'm getting some noise at your end.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can we have a resume building session?
Yes, that is what I'm telling. Earlier, those who are from the previous batch, they know that Sunday evening 7 to 8, we conduct interview preparation, resume building, okay, mock interview and all those things. But for the last 1 or 2 months, I'm a bit occupied, so we're not able to take it. But from the next week, we'll again resume that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Can I ask one personal question, please?
Yeah, Zubair.
Did you learn teaching skills, or is it like is supporting quality in you?
Uh, no, I means this is my hobby actually, and I'm teaching for a long time. So that is why it has been enriched with the time, and that reason.
I mean, it's a good teaching. I mean, you are a good teacher. That's sure.
Thanks a lot, Zubair. Thank you.
Yes, the way of explanation was
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And really, this was the support of my participant. Like we are growing, and we have not spent anything on advertisement marketing, but this was the support. And in most of the batches, more than 50% participants are through referral. And that is really a good number if you're getting more participants from referral, right? This proves that they're getting convinced with the teaching style and all this stuff. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Tanir, just I have one request. So, sir, please share the Excel sheet and the query in SQL May batch as well in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, yeah. Whatever I taught today, no?
Yes.
This will be shared in the May batch as well. I will copy it and I will share in your sheet as well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you for the course, Tanvi sir. There are a lot of misconception before I joined this class, and I think a lot of them were cleared due to you.
Good.
Thank you so much.
But I'm sorry I missed the timelines. I have
Not
just
an
missed the
issue.
timelines in each batch.
Actually, we got a lot of time to practice on that.
Yeah,
Each
that is
topic.
one benefit you can get. Yeah, correct. Okay.
These videos will be, I mean, it's a time limit, or it's just there forever?
On what? Recording?
Yeah.
See, recording, we used to tell that it is for 6 months on a safer side, but it is almost 2 years we started, but so far we have not removed the recording of any batch. Okay. And it will be almost forever. But why we are telling 6 months? Because you don't know when the policy of YouTube will change, or maybe some playlist will get crashed or something can happen, right? So that is why on a safer side, we take it 6 months for a guarantee. Okay. But have you seen anyone? I think many of you are from the previous batch, right? Last year batch as well. 1 or 2 guys are there. We have not removed recording of anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It will be there. Don't worry.
what's other subject you teach? Like, do you teach like
Uh,
Excel? Is it?
SQL I teach, and then ETL I used to teach ETL, but I stopped in between. Not in between, means I taken 2 or 3 batches for ETL. Then few of the students from the previous batch, they were telling for a long time to again start ETL. So I'm not announced publicly, just for my students. I started the ETL batch, and then Python again. Many from the previous batch, they are telling me for a long time to start Python. So I've taken Python. So just 1 or 2 batch I will take only for the students, but waiting for a long time. And again, for the Python, I have not announced publicly anywhere, because it becomes very difficult to manage all these courses at the same time, right? You have to prepare assignments and many other steps are there. So yes, so generally SQL, my expertise are in SQL, ETL, Python, Unix shell scripting. Okay, this whole are my core, and then database designing, modeling, architect, and all those things. Okay. Yeah.
When will we starting your Python batch? After
Python current batch will be, I think, over by end of August. Next batch, I am not sure, Satish. I cannot commit. Okay, I'm very sorry. It depends totally on the timelines. Okay, because it is getting very hectic to maintain all those things, right? So if we will start, we will publish in the alumni group. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks.
Okay.
New Linux batch starts.
Unix you are telling.
Unix.
Telescripting, right? Okay, I plan it. Many has requested in the alumni group as well. We can plan it. It will not take much time. If you know the basics of programming, you will understand it easily. But fine, I will start from scratch. We will plan it, Sophie.
Oh yeah, if possible, can you share the conceptual questions?
Of SQL?
Yeah.
Yes, I will share that right now.
Thank you.
Tanvir, thanks for the course.
Thanks a lot, Tanvir, for
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. I think it was really great to understand.
Tanvir, I have a question.
Thank you, Mesh. Yeah, Krishna, yeah, tell me.
So I have planned to join ETL. When you are planning to take ETL next batch?
ETL next, this current batch will be over by, I think, 3rd week of August. Then after that, we will announce in the alumni group, Krishna. So even I'm not sure when I will start. Okay. One thing on 15th of August. Okay, we will roll out some offers on the recordings. We give it at a very low price. So, and that is for the only first 10 participants. Okay, why I'm telling to you guys, because the previous batches students didn't know this. Yeah. Recording we used to give at a very low price. So, fine. Okay. Okay, guys. So thanks a lot for your time. Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Walaikum salam.
Tanvir, I had questions for Windows assigned.
Windows, Aniket, can you share on my? Do one thing. Post on that alumni group. Okay. I will reply there. Okay. And if you're not able to understand the solution, then I will explain. I will share a doc session today. I will share that.
Can we share theoretical questions, interview questions, whatever what we have doubts on that? Can we post in?
Yeah. To make use of alumni group, post whatever you want. Okay, but don't post any external contents. Okay, any LinkedIn post. So, but if you have any questions, feel free. Post questions there. Okay.
Okay then.
Okay, guys.
Just the last question. In today's market, people are expecting from a data analyst to know the work of data engineer as well, and PL as well also. What do you suggest?
See, that is if you know PL SQL for data analyst, that is an age. Okay, but that is not a showstopper. Never. But for data engineering guys, you must know PL SQL. Okay, and now you will start learning PL SQL. It will hardly take 3 days or 4 days maximum, because in PL SQL, finally you're writing the SQL queries only, right? It will not take much time. I'm planning to start that PL SQL batch. Okay. That is again, many of you have requested, we'll plan it. But for data analysts, that is not a blocker. Business analysts, that is not a blocker. Only for data engineers, PL SQL, they should know that.
Because in
Because
every
that's
interview, like they do definitely ask like stored procedure or triggers.
they will ask it, okay, but that is not a showstopper. That is what I'm telling. Okay, but for data engineering profile, it is means you should know that stored procedures, functions, and figures, right? I will take one session on that. Don't worry.
And like in JDs also for data analysts, like they are like mentioning ETL process.
So see, like ETL process, you all should know. That is what I'm telling. Yesterday, as well, when I was taking ETL class, I have told this. If anyone from the ETL batch, I have told the same thing, that only SQL and Python will help you to crack the interview. But to work in an ETL project, you should know the ETL process. That is very important. Okay. Fine. And one thing I will tell you, in JD, if 10 skill sets are written, so it is not necessary that you should know all the 10 skill sets. Even if you know 4 skill sets, go ahead and apply. Because even the recruiter, they know that I will not get anyone who knows all the 10 skill sets, right? So even if you know 4 skill sets, 5 skill sets, please go ahead and apply. And this I have mentioned in my alumni group when I used to take sessions. Okay.
So I have a question. For
Okay, yeah.
data analysis position, like they're asking about deep SQL or only the few concepts they will ask. I just want to know.
For data analyst, they will never compromise with SQL. Okay, straightforward I'm telling. More than 50% questions will be from SQL. And many a time it has happened with my students. They're able to answer SQL queries, but they fail to answer Power BI or Python. They were selected. So SQL they will not compromise at all, because suppose in Power BI, if you don't have much expertise, so the tools, it doesn't take much time to learn, right?
Yeah.
So quickly you can learn it. So the company is like when I take interview, so our product manager will tell the same thing, that never compromise on the skills. But tools is fine. If someone doesn't know this tool, you can train them in 2 days or 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So, but the skill sets, so for data analyst, data engineer, business analyst, ETL tester, SQL developer, ETL developer, they will never compromise on SQL, guys. Okay. SQL, I mean, if you're not strong in SQL, directly they will reject you. Even in Python, if you know the basics of Python, that is fine. Okay, because there is not much dependency on Python, but SQL is like a bread and butter. But I will recommend to start learning Python as well, because these two combinations, SQL and Python, will open doors for a lot of job opportunities. Okay.
So what about the Power BI? It's included Python or not, sir?
Power BI for data analyst.
Yeah.
For data analyst, you have 4 modules are there. First is SQL, Python, Power BI, and Excel. Okay.
Okay.
So these all 4 modules you have to learn. Sorry.
All the 4 we have to learn. So for data analyst,
On the safer side, learn all these 4 things. And earlier as well, I have told, never only think to crack the interview. Think that I have to crack the interview with flying colors. Try to think that, okay, I have to get a good rapport during the interview. Then what happens? Like when I will share the screenshot today, the interview which I have taken yesterday. When we take interview now, and I think a few other recruiters in this group, few other delivery manager, they know this. When we take interview, we get a Excel sheet. In that we have to give the score. Like in this SQL, how much is scored this candidate has scored, and Python, then soft skill, the communication, and many other things. Okay. Now, suppose in most of the parameters, if you have a score 9, 9, 9, 10, 9, 10, and like that, so then that gives a reputation that, oh, this guy is very strong. And then whatever you will ask, whatever means a possible number, so the company, the product manager will be ready to pay you. Okay, so that is why I'm telling, don't only think that, okay, I have to crack interview. Think that I have to crack with a good flying colors, right? To get a good repo. And then the salary, what you will ask, the company, the HR, they'll be ready to pay you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
So that is why my recommendation is learn SQL, Python, Power BI, Excel, so that whatever interview is asking, you should be ready to answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Fine then, guys. Any other question, anyone? No? Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.